Have you ever opened a website and thought, wow, does this page look so beautiful, well structured? Well, that's the magic of CSS, the Cascading Style Sheet. In this video, we will take out our plain HTML page and turn it into something visually appealing using CSS. And trust me, by the end, you will create a first mini project with me. See this, we will convert it to this. So in this video, we are going to learn these topics. I will give the introduction to CSS, then connecting CSS to HTML file. Then I will tell you about the coloring properties, then margin, padding, border radius, and one mini project of Amazon login page. Alright, before we style anything, let's understand how to connect CSS to HTML. So there are three ways to connect CSS file to our HTML. So first is inline CSS. Using style attribute, we can directly use CSS in the element. Second is internal CSS. In the internal CSS, we have to just use this style tag in the HTML and we can write CSS. And in the third way, that is external CSS, we can write separate CSS file and link it using link tag. So this is our HTML file. First, I will open it in my browser. To open it, right click here, open with live server. So this is our HTML page that I have opened in my browser. So now I will show you how to use inline CSS. So to use inline CSS, we have to just use style attribute. I will write style equals to, and in this double commas, I will write color, and then I will give any color like purple. And after this, I will just save this file and see this. The color of the text is changed. I will write another thing like style. Then I will give background color, chart use. Now you can see that I have used inline CSS using style attribute. I will comment this code. Now I will show you how to use internal CSS. We have to just use style tag. So we can go into the head and we will use style. Then inside this style tag, we can write our CSS to style this element. For that, I will use like this. So see, the text color is changed. I will show another thing. See, we have implemented our internal CSS just using style tag in the HTML. Now I will show how to use external CSS. That is very important. To use external CSS, we have to use one tag, that is link. We have to write like this, L equals to style sheet and href equals to, in the bracket, we have to give the name of the another file, which is CSS file. To create that CSS file, we have to go here. Then I will click on the new file button, create a new file for the CSS, which is style.css. So in the CSS file, we have to use .css extension to our file. So now I will do p equals to color purple semicolon. I have saved these properties in my style.css. Do background color chart use. So now I have saved this CSS code in my style.css. Now I will go to the index.html. Then in the link tag there is a href. In the href we have to give name of our .css file. Write like this, style.css. Save this file. Then you can see the results. So now see the results that we have used our external CSS in our HTML file. Now we have seen how to connect our CSS file to the HTML. I will show you how to use some properties of CSS in the HTML to style our website. So for that, I will go here. So this is our HTML code, that is div, and in that div there is a paragraph, and in the paragraph there is a text. This is paragraph, and I am using this external CSS style.css. So here is a div which is like a container that I have told in my previous videos also. And this, in that container, there is a paragraph tag. So to style our div, I have to go to the style.css file. Then I have to write div, which is a selector, that means the tag name. Now after that, after writing the tag name, we have to write a curly bracket. After writing curly bracket, we can use some properties like color, the background color. Change the background color of any element. We have to just write background color. And in the background color, we can give any color. You can see the options here in the VS Code. We can use any of the color like crimson. Then I will use crimson. And just if you control save, it will appear here. See this. We can also change to anything like chart views. See. Now there is another very important property, which is color. Color means giving color to the text. Now in this, we can see that div is our parent element and p, that is paragraph type, it is our child element. So we can write in our CSS like div, and inside div, for your understanding, just give this greater than symbol. Then after that, you can write p, which is a child, then this curly braces, then inside that, just use color. See, the spelling of the color is C-O-L-O-R. Don't make the mistake and don't write the spelling, which is spelling of color, like white. And then control save. You can see the results. Now you can change to anything like purple. Save. See this. Let's understand the margin and padding. Two properties that every developer must master. So margin means a space outside the element between one element and another. And padding means space inside the element between content and border. So I will code and explain you how it works. So to explain you margin and padding, I have used this code. Before I explain you margin and padding, I will explain you one important property, which is width and height. Using width and height, we can decide the width and height of any element. I will use it in the div tag. I will give width. We can give width in the pixels or in the another quantities, but most of the developers use pixel. So I will give like 20 pixel and save it. Now you can see that our div has adjusted its width to the 20 pixels. So now I will just give some another bigger value. Now you can see that our div has occupied 300 pixels of space. There is another which is important, that is height. I can give 300 pixel. So now you can see that our div has a 300 pixel of height and 300 pixels of width. Now I will tell you how margin and padding works. So to give the margin, we can simply use margin and give the margin of like 50 pixel. You can see the results that previously this box was in the left side, but now it has moved. Why? Because I have given the margin. So margin means the space outside the border. This you have seen. If I remove the margin, if I comment it and control save, then you can see the results. And if I reapply, now you can see the results. So this is the margin, and margin will get applied on the fourth side of this element. Now I will show you how padding works. If I go to the H1 and write padding equals to 20 pixel. Now if I control save, now you can see that before we have applied the padding, it was like this before applying padding. And now if I apply the padding, then it will look like this. So what padding does? Padding do one thing, that is it adds some space, that we have mentioned here. It adds the space inside the border. So because of that, it looks inflated. We can add padding here also. If we add padding of 20 pixel in the div, then you can see this. This is paragraph. This text was here, but now we have applied padding to our div. Now this text has given the 20 pixel from the top. This space is added here. So this is padding. Now our next property is the border. This is also very important, and every developer must know this. Here we can add the border to our elements. So using our border, we have to write just a border, then colon, then I can specify the border like 3 pixel, that is the width of the border, then solid, the color of the border, that is I will give black, and after the semicolon, then I will control save. After saving, you can see that border is added here on this element, that is on the div tag. Now there is another one important thing, that is the border radius. Using the border radius, we can decide how rounded our element is. So I will use like this, border radius, then 30 pixel, then this is the size of the border radius. Then if I control save this, you can see our element is rounded now. It is no longer a point. So these are some basic properties which every developer must know. To learn the CSS completely, you need to go through the official documents because CSS is very vast topic and you can spend lot of time in the CSS. So I have told you some basic properties that every developer must know, and we can use these properties to style our form from this to this. Now these were the properties which are needed to style this form. I will tell you how to do this. Now we will move to our mini project. Before move forward, I want to tell you that making this type of videos take a lot of efforts and time. So please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button to keep me motivated, and I will bring so many interesting crazy videos for you. So now to make the project, I will come here and click on this new file button, and after that we will create one HTML file, that is login.html. So now we will write our basic structure of HTML. Then in the head tag, I will use the link to link our style sheet. href. So in this project, I will use external CSS file. So for that, I will create one CSS file, which is login.css. So now I will link it to this login.css. So after that, we have to create one container. So for that, I will use div. I will save this and I will open it in the browser using our live server extension. I will open this in the side by side. Now in the div, now this is our HTML code. Now I will go to the CSS and I will give some properties to our body. So I will use body, in that I will give background color. So use this hex code with me. So this is the background color for our body. You can use these hex codes to give the colors. So you will get this code link in the description. I will use one property which is display flex. I have not taught you this yet, but I will teach you in the next video. But I am using it for some to achieve in this project. In the next video, I will teach you this in the next video because this is very important in the CSS and every developer must. Then align items center and justify content center. Then save this. In our body, we have created a div, which is our external container of our project. We can give the class names. This is a class property in the HTML. This class attribute is very useful to style our HTML elements. In the class, we can give like screen container. We are like naming our div, that is class.screen container, and we can use this class, the screen container, in our login.css to help our CSS file identify this element in our HTML. Now for the reference, I have opened this design here. So we can see that we have only given the background color property to our background. Now we have to make this div, this container, that is this. So we have used div, that is, and given the name, class name, that is screen container. Now in that we have to add this logo of Amazon. So I have provided the link of this code and this image in the description. You can click on that link, that is GitHub link, and on that you will get this image, that is logo of Amazon. Here I have the image of Amazon logo, that is Amazon logo.png, the name of the image. Then first I will style this div. So for that I will go to the CSS. To style that div, I have given the class name, and to use that class name we can use just dot, and then the class name was screen container, and after that we can normally give the properties like background color. So this is the background color. Now this container is also rounded, so I will give the property that is border radius, and I will give it 25 pixel. Now when I save, it will appear now. So now I will give width some 350 pixel, then height that is 580 pixel, and I will, if I control save, now you can see that it appeared here. You can see that we have styled our this container, which is this big container that we needed in our project. Now we have to add this image. To add the image, we have to use image tag from the HTML. So to add image, we have to write img and like this. Then we have to use source. The source is this Amazon logo.png. So I will write Amazon logo.png. Then alt means alternative. If this image is not present, then this alternative will appear at Amazon logo. Okay, now if I save, you can see that this image is appeared here. We have to write this logo in the div, another div. So I have written this div and I will paste it inside this div. Then for this div, I will use class and I will give the name logo container. Now I will control save and I will give the properties to the logo container, not logo container, and I will give the height of 210 pixel. So now I will control save. Then I will style the logo, that is dot logo container, that is the container of that image. Then in that there is image tag, so img. Then I will use the height of 210 pixel. Then the width of 350 pixel. So now we have styled our image. Now we have styled our upper part. Now we have to build this lower thing. I will go to the HTML, login.html. Now add one container div, that is div, and I will give the name, class name to that is below container. That means this is upper and below that that is below container. You can write any name and use it in the CSS. That's depend on you. Now to style this below container, I will go to the CSS and style it. To style the below container, I will write just below container. Then just make sure that the spelling should be correct. If you do some spelling mistakes here, then it will not appear here and you will think that it is not working in your machine or that. So make sure to use the correct spellings here in the HTML in the class. So now I will write width 350 pixel. Then I will write height, that is 70 pixel. Then I'll write the background color, which is of this, and the border radius, which is 25 pixel. So now if I save this file, you can see our below container is added here. In this container we have these two buttons, that is login and sign up, that we have to create it. For that I will go to the login.html. In the below container I will create a div for those tabs, so that is class, and I will give the name is tabs container. Now in the tabs container I will give the paragraph type, and that is login, and I will create another paragraph tag that is sign up. For the login, I will give the class name login tab. This is login tab, class name for login. And for sign up, I will give sign up tab. So I have given this, so I will save. Now you can see that it appears like so. We will go and style this. So we will go to the login.css. So in the tabs container, we want that login is here and sign up should be here. So for that, we will give to the property to the tabs container, that is display flex, that I will teach you in the next video. Don't worry, just write with me. So now if you control save, now you can see the both things are in the same line. We have given the class name to our login paragraph, that is dot login tab. I will give width 105 pixel, then height as 39 pixel, then font size 20 pixel, then margin left. So in the CSS, you can use margin left, right, up and down to give the specific margin in the specific direction of the element. So I have used margin dash left. So here I will give 54 pixel, then color, that is FF. So I have given the color #FF9900. Then the border bottom 3 pixel, then solid, then #FF1900. So if I control save, you can see the results. You can see that we have styled our login. So now to make it center, we have to use in this paragraph tag of login, we have to use align equals to center. We have to write like this. We also like it here. We also write it here. It align center. So now we can see it appeared in the center. We'll go here, then sign up tab, then width 10 pixel, then height 39 pixel, then font size, which is 20 pixel, and color, which is 00000, that means black color. So this is font size property, which is used to decide the font size of this, means text size. So to give the text size, we use font size, and I will save this. Now you can see we have styled our login and sign up. Now we will go to style or rest of the form. If you haven't liked the video, like the video. Here I will use the form tag input elements. So in the input I will use type equals to text and placeholder equals to Gmail ID or phone number. You can see I will copy this and duplicate this. Okay. Now in the placeholder I will just use password, and in the text here we will use password. Now if I save, you can see that we have these two input here. Now we can use BR. Now we will style these two inputs. Go to the login.css. I will first give some styling to the form. That is, for that I will use this form tag name. Then I will add padding, some padding, that is 4 pixel. This is top and down padding, and 8 pixels. This is left and right. If we write like this, like two values in front of padding, that means this is for top and down, and this is for left and right. And add form and input. So now I will use width, that is 216 pixel, then height of 31 pixel, then give the padding. For the top and down I will give 0, and for the left and right I will give the 6 pixel. Border radius, I will give the border radius of 50 pixel. Then background color will be C4, and outline equals to none. We don't want any outlines and any border, so we will make the border none. Then the margin to the 6 pixel to the top and bottom, and 0 for the left and right, and then make the opacity, that is 60%. Means we can decide the opacity of the element using this opacity property. So now I will save. So we have made some mistake, that we have misspelled this form. So now if I save, you can see the results. So here in the form we can use align equals to center to make our elements in the center. Now you can see that here the text font is different, so we need to change our text font. So for that I will open a tab, then here I will search Google Fonts. Here I have searched Google Fonts on Google. Then go to this website fonts.google.com. After that search Roboto. So after searching Roboto, you will get to the Roboto font on Google Fonts. Then click on this Get Font. So after clicking on Get Font, click on this Get Embed Code. After clicking here on the Web tab, here you will get Link and Import option. So click on this Import option. So now you will get a link of this form. So in the style we have this link, so just copy this link from add import to the semicolon. You have to copy. Now after copying the link, just go to our login.css. In the login.css you have to paste it. Just paste that link on the top of the CSS file. Then in the body just write font family. So this is font family property of CSS, which is used to set the font of the text in the website. So we will use the name of the font, that is Roboto. Then the alternative font, that is sans serif. So now I will save. See, our font is changed now. So we need to add this to text, that is for forgot password and need help. So for that I will go to the login.html. In that, below input tags, I will add 2 paragraph tags. Then in that I will write forgot password. So below that I will add another p tag and I'll add need help. Okay, so I will give the class name for it. The class name for it is info. That means more info. You can use any class name if you want. And also I will control save. Now you can see this, but we want it in the right side. So I will apply align property here in the HTML, and I will set it to the right. Then align right. Now we can see that it has gone to the right. Now we will go to our login.css. For styling it, we will use the property. For styling it, we will use the class name, that is info, that we have given to it. Then we will write font size, which will be 10 pixel. Then opacity will be 60%. Then color will be this. Then margin, we will give some margin from the right side, that is 20 pixel. Now if we save, you can see this. Now we have to add this login button, so I will go here in the HTML. Below need help, I will add button tag. Then in the button tag, I will write login. Below login button, we need another one paragraph tag, that is login with OTP. So, and I will give this paragraph tag a class name of OTP. So now I will save. Now you can see this. Now we will style it. To style the button, we will use form. In our form tag, there is a button tag, that is our button. Then we will give height of 34 pixel. Then width of 94 pixel. Then border radius of 50 pixel. Then background color of this. Then color to white. Then border none. And font size of 18 pixel. Now we will save it. Now you can see that our login button is looking like as we expected. So now we will also style this login with OTP. For that, we have given it a class name of OTP. So I will write .otp, then margin top 22 pixel, then font size of 13 pixel, then opacity of 60%, and I will save it. Now you can see that we have almost done our project. Also we have to add this section. So for that, I will go to the HTML. We can write inside the form also, but we will write here in the P English. It was a line left, then class equals to language, so we will give it language class name. Then after that, I will go to the CSS. In the language, I will use color black, then font size of 13 pixel, then margin left, it is 38 pixel, and I will save it. We have completely designed Amazon login page. Making this type of videos takes a lot of time. Please like the video and subscribe my channel to keep me motivated.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find a light in your soul.